Denzel Washington is back and he's dropping more truths. While most celebrities glamorize their job as being hard and exhausting, Denzel likes to keep it humble, reminding everyone that what he does isn't as tough as it looks. In a series of interviews, he recalled working as a garbage man and how privileged he is to have an easy job today compared to his past. And by the way, I was a garbage man myself, and I totally agree. Before I delve deeper into it though, make sure to subscribe for more discussions just like this.
Just going back and looking at your lives before you became filmmakers, what was your first job or what was your worst job that you had before you entered the film business?
I was a garbage man, like Troy. Garbage man, you get 3 hours, you get 8 hours worth of work, but you can do it in 3. So you can go home as soon as you finish. Post office, you get 3 hours worth of work and you make it last 8. I did both. I like being a garbage man better. But they weren't bad jobs. It's like, people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax. I don't play that precious nonsense. Oh, we're moving, oh, get out of here. You know, your son got shot in the face. That's difficult. Making a movie is a luxury. It's a gift. It's an opportunity. And most importantly, it's a gift. Obviously, everybody here is talented enough to do that. But don't get it twisted. It's just a movie. It ain't that big a deal.
And that is right, Hollywood actors like that paint themselves as the center of the universe, portraying their jobs as some of the hardest, most demanding work on the planet. You hear actors talking about the emotional toll of their roles, the intense physical preparation they go through. Try being a garbage man, as if the challenges they face on set rival those of everyday people who work far tougher jobs and much less glamorous jobs. They attend award ceremonies, shedding tears about the craft, while applauded by peers who live similarly charmed lives, all while seemingly detached from the realities most people experience. Let's be real, while acting requires some skill and dedication, I'd like to think, it's one of the most luxurious professions out there. I love being an actor. And unlike firefighters, construction workers, nurses, anyone who faces daily physical risk and exhausting hours, actors work in a controlled environment with a team of people catering to their needs. The biggest crisis they face might be an uncomfortable costume or long hours on a set. That's a far cry from the life or death stakes many workers face every day. Sure, there are moments where acting requires vulnerability or a bit of discomfort, but I haven't broken my foot being an actor. I did when I was a garbage man. And compared to the real people who toil away in grueling jobs with far less compensation and recognition, it's hard to take Hollywood's complaints too seriously. Not to mention actors get to live in the lap of luxury while living in fancy homes, having personal trainers and assistants taking care of their everyday tasks, so when they start speaking as though their work is on par with society's toughest, most essential jobs, it's more of a little out of touch than you think. In another interview, Mark Wahlberg tried to do something similar in Denzel's presence. Watch now how he describes it.
Was it a hard movie to make? There's so much action, so much movement.
You know what?
Physical.
It was difficult at the time. I mean, you're in Louisiana in the middle of the summer, in some kind of uncomfortable situations in New Mexico, but not that bad. I mean, the minute it's over, only thing I remembered was all the great times we had and that we had a real shot to do something interesting and entertaining. I'm making Transformers right now. That's a hard movie to make.
That's harder because?
That's a hard movie to make. Well, the schedule, the action, wearing a harness every day, being hung off the side of a building, and I turn around and he's not there.
To put it into perspective, let's take a look at how much people make at different levels in Hollywood and compare that with the wages of real-world workers, shall we? At the top of the pyramid, A-list actors like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Scarlett Johansson, or Tom Cruise can earn anywhere from $20 to $100 million for a single film. For example, Robert Downey Jr. reportedly earned $75 million from Avengers Endgame due to back-end deals. Similarly, directors like Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg can command $10 to $20 million per movie, plus a share of the profits. But even mid-tier actors can make big sums. Supporting actors in big-budget films or regulars on popular TV shows can earn around $50,000 to $100,000 per episode. Writers too, especially those involved in successful shows, can make between $30,000 to $40,000 per episode, which successful screenwriters can earn millions from a single script. When you compare this to real-world jobs, the contrast is stark. The median salary for a teacher in the US is around $56,000 per year, nurses make approximately $77,000 annually, and police officers $67,000 a year. These jobs are often requiring long hours, physical labor, and significant emotional toll, yet they even earn a fraction of what a mid-level Hollywood professional makes. Naturally, Denzel wasn't having any of Mark's whining and had to intervene. Watch what he said next.
You're doing a movie in Boston,
In Boston.
What are you doing?
When I was 20, I worked for I grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. I worked for the sanitation department. I was a garbage man.
You were a garbage man?
I was a garbage man. I worked at the back of the truck, 22 square blocks. That's hard. Doing movies, there's nothing that we do in the movies that's hard.
I used to deliver for United Parcel Service on the truck.
Right.
That was hard.
Yeah.
This is a joke.
Yeah.
Right?
People always say, why do you spend so much time preparing and everything? Because there's a bunch of other guys out there that would want my job, and I'm not going to do anything to mess it up.
That's right.
That reality check was amazing. The man was quick to shift the narrative from how emotionally exhausting their line of work is to how competitive the business of acting can be. While it's true that making it in Hollywood is no easy feat, the backtrack from Mark feels like an attempt to maintain a sense of struggle on hardship in an otherwise luxurious profession. The challenges of competition, auditions, rejections, and securing parts are a reality, but it's also a feature in many other industries. Thousands of people in different fields face job insecurity, fierce competition, and career setbacks without the same privileges of fame and fortune that come from Hollywood success. It's almost as if when confronted with the real struggles of average people, actors feel they need to justify their complaints by highlighting the career's competitive aspects. But even with that, many of these actors enjoy levels of wealth, luxury, and lifestyle that most people could only dream of. But you might be wondering, what does it really take to make it into this really hard and exhausting industry? Luckily, Bill Duke will help explain it to us in the next clip.
Bill, are the most talented actors the ones who make it in Hollywood?
Are the most talented actors the ones who make it in Hollywood? That's a very intriguing question. I think that some actors who make it in Hollywood are very talented. They're some of my heroes, the Meryl Streeps of the world. You know, a lot of people that I love their work, but I think a lot of it's luck, looks, strategic alliances and relationships, your agent, and a lot of business components.
More true words couldn't have been said. In Hollywood, talent isn't always the most important thing. Don't get me wrong, skill and hard work certainly help, but marketability and having the right connections can fast-track someone's career far more than anything else. We're talking about an industry that has a long history of favoring those who fit the mold, attractive, charismatic, and well-connected. It's not uncommon to see actors or actresses rise to fame without an extensive acting background, as long as they check the boxes of beauty and social connections. Knowing the right producers, agents, or casting directors directly translates into landing roles without ever needing to audition. It's why more celebrities than you even know are the children or relatives of Hollywood stars. Nepotism babies, as they're called, get an immediate leg up in the industry simply by virtue of their last name. They already have that social capital to meet top-tier agents, get invited to exclusive casting calls, and receive favorable attention in the media. As for good looks, Hollywood's obsession with youth and beauty is no secret. While there are certainly exceptions, being conventionally attractive gives actors and actresses a better advantage. It's easier to market, easier to sell to audiences, and easier to align with the glamorous image Hollywood loves to portray. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with Denzel's assessment? Let's get the conversation rolling in the comments down below.